Let's talk about water. We need it, we love it, but when it shows up uninvited inside your home, it is one of the most destructive forces you can possibly face. We're going to break down this whole time-sensitive issue so you know exactly what to do when every single minute counts. Just imagine this for a second. You walk in the door, and there it is, standing water. That immediate sense of panic just washes over you. What do you do first? Who are you supposed to call? The decisions you make in these next few moments are absolutely 100% crucial. I want you to remember this number. Just burn it into your brain. It's not just a number, okay? It's a deadline. It's a critical window of time that can literally determine the entire outcome of this water damage emergency. That's right. In a humid place like Florida, you have just 24 to 48 hours before dormant mold spores wake up and start to grow. That's the ticking clock you are racing against. And that's what turns a simple water problem into a really serious health hazard. Now, this threat isn't the same for everybody. Not at all. Your location, your local environment, it all plays a massive role. To really get it, let's zoom in and look at a specific example, like Central Florida. You see, some places are just a perfect storm for water issues. In a place like Pine Hills, you've got a high water table, so the ground is already saturated. Then, you've got clay soil that just doesn't drain well. Throw in those intense thunderstorms, constant high humidity, and a lot of older homes without modern moisture barriers, and you have a recipe for constant water problems. Okay, so we know some areas are more at risk. But where is all this water actually coming from? Let's break down the most common sources that can turn a perfectly normal day into a total waterlogged nightmare. Think of these as the usual suspects. You've got the big, obvious ones, like summer storms, that exploit every little weakness in your roof. Then you've got the sneaky ones, like old plumbing, that can just suddenly fail. And hey, even your air conditioner, that condensate line can clog up and cause a slow, hidden leak. These are the threats your home is pretty much always up against. And here's something absolutely critical to understand. Not all water is the same. The pros actually classify it into 3 categories. Category 1 is clean water, say, from a broken supply line. Category 2 is gray water. It's got some contaminants, think an overflowing washing machine. And then you have Category 3, black water. This is the really hazardous stuff, like sewage or floodwater. This classification dictates the entire cleanup process and all the safety gear they have to use. Okay, so you get the risks, you get the sources, but what actually happens when the professionals finally arrive on the scene? We're going to demystify the entire thing, taking you from that initial moment of chaos to getting back in control. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? Speed is everything. Every single minute that water just sits there, it's soaking deeper into drywall, into subfloors, into the wood framing, just multiplying the damage and the cost to fix it. A fast response isn't just a good idea, it's non-negotiable. The whole professional process really comes down to these 3 key stages. First, the emergency response. They have to stop the bleeding, right? Second, extraction and drying. We're talking huge industrial pumps and dehumidifiers to pull out all the water, even the moisture you can't see hiding in the walls. And finally, restoration and reconstruction, which is fixing and rebuilding anything that couldn't be saved to get your home back to normal. In a crisis, it's so easy to just call the first number you find online. But picking the right company is so important. So how do you tell the difference between a true certified expert and, well, a fly-by-night operator? Oh man, the difference is night and day. A certified pro shows up with technology like thermal cameras to find hidden moisture, and they follow strict industry standards. They provide that detailed documentation your insurance company needs. An amateur? They're just guessing. They might make the surface look dry, but they leave trapped moisture behind that leads to rot and guaranteed mold problems. That can actually get your whole insurance claim denied, leaving you to pay for their mistakes. So let's boil all of this down into your personal action plan. These are the most important things you can do in those first few minutes to protect your home and your family. Just remember this: stop, call, document. First, if it's safe to do, shut off your home's main water supply. Second, immediately call a 24/7 certified professional. Remember, that clock is ticking. And third, while you wait for them, grab your phone. Take photos and videos of everything. That documentation is pure gold for your insurance claim. It proves the extent of the damage from the very start. So now you have the playbook. You know the risks, you know the process, and you have a plan. But it all comes down to one last question I want you to ask yourself tonight. Do you know where your water main shutoff is? Do you have the number of a certified pro already saved in your phone? Because being prepared is the only real defense you have against the unexpected.